check. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have a beautiful international terminal here in Atlanta. One of these planes is not like the other. Anybody know what we're looking at here? What is going on, y'all? Welcome in. Happy Saturday to y'all. Just came off of a very long 4-day trip that was quite brutal, and decided, you know what? I don't want to fly a 7.3 today. And it was kind of a toss-up between maybe a tube-liner stream and a jet card flight, and I felt like we needed to do a tube-liner stream because I saw there were some updates to the L1011 that I kind of we haven't flown the L1011 in quite some time, and so I hopped in it, and I was pretty impressed with the performance and a couple of the things that are all tidied up now. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to fly the L1011 from Atlanta to Kansas City, the same charter flight that Argentina had to take after their last, what was it, the round of 16? And then, or actually, no, quarterfinal? No, whatever it is. They flew from Atlanta over to Kansas City as they get ready for their game this evening. So we're going to kind of recreate that charter flight as we sit here on the ramp at it's 6:19 a.m. right now. And we're going to fire up our L1011 TriStar, and it should be a good one. We are on Say Intentions again. Say Intentions AI. Honestly, y'all, the more I use it, the more it's becoming my preferred online tube liner experience in the sim. I mean, the traffic injection, the comms, the way the comms work, the additional crews if you want them. I've been using it at home on my home PC, flying the Falcon around. So we'll look more at that today. I want to see how it handles a full tube liner flight here, A to B. And we got a guest speaker. Two-Tone Murphy is going to be flying along. He's going to be in the right seat with us rocking this L1011. So Eastern T3 is in the house. Good to see you. I was wondering if you were going to show up because, yes, indeed, we are in an Eastern L1011, and it should be a good one. We've got the bare metal today. I wanted to fly like an ATA livery. But I was in a toss-up between ATA or Eastern, and, you know, I figured since we're going, I mean, Eastern probably did some of these charter flights back in the day. So, I mean, I know ATA did as well, but it was a toss-up. I settled on Eastern. It's going to be bare metal. The sun will rise. It'll look absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing fired up. Darth Russ in the house. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Russ D is in the house. What's up, man? Dynasty 0019. What's up, man? In a sea of soulless twins, be a tri-holer. Yeah, buddy. AJ Funar is in the house. Kablama. What's up, man? What's up, AJ? How you doing, man? Pete Ski's in the house. JP's in the house. Blairy's World. Anatical. Nabil Hamdoui. Good to see you, my friend. Is that Orbix? No, this is default Atlanta. Number one, the reason I don't have the Orbix Atlanta is because I don't like going to Atlanta that much to justify spending money on Atlanta scenery. That's the primary reason. Second reason is the default Atlanta that we have for my needs definitely fits the bill. It's actually a pretty decent. Oh, look at the Freedom 1 taxiing by. What? Now that is a cool shot. An L1011 TriStar and Freedom 1 in the same frame. If only. But yeah, this is the default Atlanta because I don't like Atlanta that much. I don't want to go back. So I don't want to spend any money on an Atlanta airport. Should I get a career track L1011 Mick Oatmeal? That'd be something, man. That'd be something. I wonder what that paint job would look like on this. Might actually look kind of good. Same colors as the North American. Fly USMC, what's up, man? Love to see those Eastern wings. Fly USMC, my man. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Yes, indeed. Eastern wings are going to bring back some memories for all of us here today. So there was a new MCI scenery? Joe Plains, are you serious, dude? I looked briefly. I just looked on the marketplace because I didn't know if there was anything on Google. I don't have. There's a new MCI for real? Well, that's a bummer. Thai models? Is it any good? I thought Thai models was kind of mid. Oh, man. Is it any good? Well, I'm not going to end the stream to buy the Thai models MCI. I just looked real quick on Sim Market or whatever, or not on Sim Market, on whatever the marketplace is, and I didn't see anything. So we're going into the old default MCI, but that's okay. That's all right. It's a retro stream. It's a retro stream. VEC TriStar win. You know what? That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? If we have a VEC TriStar. All right, into the flight deck. Let's go ahead and fire this bird up. And it's been a while since I've flown it, so bear with me as we kind of run through this. Now, I will say the performance is really good in the L1011. I'm at default Atlanta, which is my worst performing airport in the simulator. Default Atlanta for me is the worst performing airport in the simulator. I'm also running a lot of traffic injection with Say Intentions AI, but because it's cloud-based, it doesn't really seem to impact performance that much. So that's another bummer. And then, of course, the optimization on the L1011 has definitely come a long way. So you guys let me know what you think. Sounds are up. I'm going to turn these sounds up over here. And we're going to fly this thing, old INS. We are going to bring the nav map with us today because we're on a special bird going up to Kansas City. We need to have all the bells and whistles for the very expensive soccer teams that we're going to be carrying with us. So over to the side panel, let's go ahead and flick the battery switch on. Battery switch is coming up. We see the engine oil's hot wired there. We got engine oil quantity. And then we're going to go ahead and flip the external power switch on, and that's going to bring this Iron Giant to life. So here we go. She's coming up. Iron Giant is coming to life. I'll do a magic barrel ref here while I'm thinking about it. Now, you let me know if my audios are off. I've been having a little audio mixing issue today. I'm going to turn the sim down just a little bit right about there. All right, so we're on ground power. Let's go up to the overhead. It's going to take a while in real time, so let's go ahead and get our INSs into a line. After they're in a line, we're going to come over here. Emergency lighting, standby power, and master radios 1 and 2 are going to come on. We'll turn the logo light on, and we'll turn the position light on. And before we do anything else, we are going to get the aircraft aligned on pause on all 3 INSs, and then we will then import our flight plan without having to program everything. So let's go ahead and clear the import over here. Pause init. So north. Let me figure out where we are. Let me pull out my charts for the gate. We are at Fox 3. Fox 3 is where we're at. So give me a second. Parking gates. I love having my iPad. I'll have to show you guys my setup here. I have my real world iPad set up, or like my sim iPad now, set up exactly like my real world iPad, where I split both Navigraph and SimBrief. It's perfect. But I need the coordinates for Fox 3. Give me a sec. All right, here we go. Fox 3 located north. Already screwed it up. All right, Fox 3 north. 3338 decimal 3 insert west 084252 084252 insert. Oh no, insert. There we go. And then we'll put you on this one here. So pause. I'm gonna do this one off the chart again, north, and then I'll just copy it. 33383 33383 insert west 084 084252. Boom. Put you in countdown mode. And the last INS here, north 3383 33. Oh nope, screwed it up. See. North 33383 insert west 084252 084252. Boom. All right, all 3 are in alignment. Now, since that's cooking, we're going to let it cook, and we're going to just go ahead and get the rest of our panel lights up. We'll get the cockpit juiced up here. Let's go ahead and get the engine instruments, center console light, and then let's go ahead and do an overhead sweep correctly. So we'll get the panel lights up here a little bit. All right, coming down the left-hand side, anti-skid, that'll stay off for right now. AFCS, everything is powered in the norm position. We'll do a CVR test. Make sure it comes all the way to the green. Beautiful. Engine start. Let's see, today is an odd day, so let's use System B. All right, we'll use System B today. Air data will stay off for now. Window heat can stay off. Side window heats, we could probably turn Actually, I don't remember if we turned those on or off before start. We'll leave them off for right now. We'll save a little bit of juice. Coming down this hand side, interior lights, seatbelt sign, no smoking can stay off. Panel lights, we already juiced those up. Up the right hand side, we're in the countdown. Let's get the rest of the overhead panel on. This is, I guess, overhead on-off floodlight. There we go. Master radio switches are on. Good. Coming across here, magic barrel ref is set. I'm going to come across the MCP here, and I'm just going to dial in 250 for now, because that's going to help us with single pilot operations. Alright, we'll set that for now, just for single pilot ops. ILS, INS, VOR course, we'll come back to all of that. But actually, we are blasting off of 2.6 today, so we can put our headings in. Remember, the longest part of this setup is going to be getting those INSs aligned. So, 2.6... or 2, ooh. I'll tell you what, let's get a clearance first, and then we will, and then we'll go from there. So clearance is on 18.1. 18.1 is up. Let me sweep this overhead, or this side panel here. We're going to come through here. We'll do a little fire test, fire extinguisher test. All right, then we're going to test A, B. Should get the bell cutout, and we'll go ahead and get rid of those. Testing the nacelle pylons, A and B across the board. That looks good. Overheat detection, that looks good. Wheel will fire A, wheel will fire B. Excellent, they both test. Brake temps, yes indeed, those are all looking good. Coming down the right hand side, we're gonna leave this on unsafe landing. Normally you would test all of these here. And cabin pressure alarm, unsafe landing, unsafe takeoff, flap. All right, we'll put it on unsafe landing. We'll leave it there. You can see the aft cargo door is open. Pack select 1, 2, 3. We'll leave that all on right now. We don't have any APU or bleed air running to that panel. You can come down the right hand side here. We can do a test of the smoke detection and forward duct. All right, forward cargo compartment. Oh, that would be the tone cutout actually. Where's the short test? There's regular test. Excellent. Wastewater, we're not going to deal with that. That's all in the proper position. APU switch will stay off for right now. Moving my ray around the bottom of the panel. Those are all closed. Coming up, this panel looks good. You can do a test here of the vibes. Gonna get a vibe check in chat. 501 Aviator, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for the 1 month of support. Glad to have you on board. Vibe checks are good. Up on our bleed configuration panel, we can turn the cross feeds on. Or we can get those inline, rather. We'll get those in. Is it inline, I believe? Latched, excuse me, latched. And then we'll keep you in auto for now. And we'll latch the hot air. We don't have anything blowing through the system right now, though, because we don't even have the APU on, but that's fine. Those are all latched. We'll leave those off for the hydraulics ATMs right now. That's fine. Galley power, we'll fire up galleys 1 and 3, so they get some coffee brewing. Ground service, we'll throw you on external power here, too. Bus volts, we'll leave you there. We'll leave you on G1, that's fine. Inverter, I'm going to put you over on external power, make sure we do have good connection. We do. I'll put you on APU when we get the APU fired up. Fuel tank pumps, those are all off for right now. APU fuel tank pump can stay off. Instrument panel lighting will come up here. Should have probably done that before we did all that. That all looks good. All right, that's all cooking. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a clearance from air traffic control. And before we do that, I keep saying that, let's load the aircraft. Let's go ahead and sim brief. Well, first load settings. Let's do realistic. Load time? No, let's do timed. Let's do like 7 minutes. I love this. All right. So sim brief import, load settings. Sim brief import, we've got that. And load. 7 minutes on the timer. All right, so it's going to load, I believe, in 7 minutes. We'll make sure we get everything set up correctly. But I love that part of the EFB. I wish there were more add-ons that had this, where you can have instant, timed, or realistic loading. You could even set your own timing. I think this is fantastic, because for those of us that have quit GSX, absolutely love having this. I'd love to see this on, you know, stuff like the Sovereign or I think the Falcon has something like that now too, the right time loading, which I haven't even checked. But yeah, you can actually see the weights are slightly increasing. So that looks good. 7 minutes on that. Let's get a clearance out of here. We should be on the cut in 2. We'll find out here. Let's go ahead and take a listen to air traffic control, what they got to say on clearance delivery. Clearance delivery, good morning. Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City. Clearance delivery, good morning. Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City. Oops, that's the wrong frequency. That was.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like.
Whoa.
And next is what yours sounds like.
That's pretty cool.
Clearance delivery, good morning. Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City.
All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually tune in that frequency. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, then what's clearance delivery? Murph, can you turn in clearance delivery, please?
I've got the radios now, Captain. Let's get our IFR clearance from clearance delivery on 118.1.
Well, I want to do it. Okay, there we go. Now we're tuned. All right. 18-1. Thanks, Murph. Atlanta clearance, Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like. And next is what yours sounds like.
I don't want that.
Atlanta clearance, Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City. Atlanta clearance, Eastern 357 heavy clearance to Kansas City.
Okay, why is it doing that? I don't want to hear myself. I want to call clearance delivery on 18-1. What is up with that? Should we try ground? I know, but I thought that was clearance delivery. That's what it says. Clearance delivery is 18-1. (18-1), 18-01. Like that doesn't help because clearance delivery is actually 18-1. Surely. Atlanta clearance, Eastern 357 clearance to Kansas City. Who decided 18-01 would be a good freak to have 18-1?
Eastern 357, heavy Atlanta clearance, cleared to Kansas City. Runway 26 left, maintain VFR at or below 5500. Departure 124.600, squawk 4427.
That's not what we filed. All right, cleared to Kansas City, runway 26 left, VFR at or below 5,000, departures 24.6, squawk 4427, Eastern 357 heavy. Why is it not picking up our IFR clearance?
Eastern 357, heavy read back correct. Ground will be on 121.65.
Clearance, Eastern 357. Do you have our IFR clearance to Kansas City? I don't want to go VFR.
Eastern 357, heavy, cleared to Kansas City via the Cut-in 2 departure, Dennis 5. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 121.225.
Please take your seats and stow any hand luggage securely. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for flying with us.
All right, Emma, can you not talk over me? I'm going to need to get rid of her. Cleared to Kansas City, Cut-in 2 departure, Dennis file, climb, maintain 10,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure, departure is 2122, squawk 4427, expecting 26 left, Eastern 357 heavy.
Eastern 357, heavy, read back correct, ground will be on 121.65.
Ground 2165, Eastern 357 heavy. All right, 4427, we'll put you in TARA mode. We need to get rid of Emma. She keeps talking over us there. Authentic Atlanta accent? No, that's not an authentic Atlanta accent. That sounds like somebody that's working in Atlanta, though, that doesn't want to be there, which is pretty par for the course. All right, aircraft's loaded up. We're going via the Cut-in 2. We're going to import our flight plan after our alignment is complete. That will have all our waypoints on there, including the Cut-in 2 departure. So with that said, let's get the APU kick in. Let's go APU power switch on. We'll wait for the door to open here, and then we'll get the APU fired up, get some air to the aircraft. We'll also get the APU tank pumps on here as well. All right, here we go. Start switch coming on. Door in transit. I think sometimes Apps has to change frequency to avoid using ATIS frequency in the sim. Oh, that might be it. What's the deal with say intentions multiplayer? If I have say intentions, would I be able to see when I land around? Yes, you would, Nabil. Yes, you would. If you load up on the public server in say intentions, you'd see me and hear me in Atlanta. Rocky or Smoky Mountain Flight Simmer. Good afternoon, sir. How's it looking so far? Got to dust it off. So far, so good, man. We haven't done much. But I do like the updates, man. If you take a look at the changelog, they fixed quite a few things. Quite a few little things. Also, most notably for me, is performance has also increased pretty good. It's a non-GPS RNAV, yeah, but we're just gonna file it. We're gonna fly it with RNAV 1. That's what we're able to do it with the INS. Now, in real life you wouldn't do it, but we're gonna fly it that way. All right, APU is up and cooking, so we're gonna put you in norm, and we'll get the bleed on for the APU. With the bleed on for the APU, the pressure's gonna build here in the ducts. We'll get some air conditioning to the cabin, so that all looks good. We'll keep these cooled down just a little bit. We'll do ACM discharge temp. Keep you on mid cabin right now at 25 degrees. That's pretty good. Cargo heat will go condition on. Avionics air is in overboard. That is normal. RAM is in auto. ATMs will come auto. And now we should be getting close. How are we looking? 2 for 1 on there. Okay, so we're looking close on our INSs. We'll get rid of this. The aircraft has been loaded, so let's do some takeoff first. The sync will calculate. And we'll set our PMS up. We'll also set bugs in the EPR. Looking for 6.1 on the takeoff, 0.47 on climb. That's going to be one heck of a reduction. We're doing a flaps 10 takeoff today, 31C. So let's set up our PMS. Crack my spoiler handle there. We'll start with the GMT 1032. Insert that. Gross weight is takeoff gross 371. 371. Enter. Fuel on board, we're going to be looking for, what do we got over here on the fuel panel? We should be able to click this. 3716, and fuel is 46.1. 46.1. Insert. The SAT is hot. 30. Insert. Get us a EPR of 625. That checks. We'll go to the next page. All right. Total route distance today, if I look at it, it's 644. So let's just call it at 600 miles. I want to be at 10,250. So I'm going to do a rough bottom 600 miles. From here, I want to be at 10,000 feet. And I want to be a bottom speed of 250 knots. We'll go to the next page. Optimum climb manual. We're going up to 430. What did we actually file? The highest we filed was 36, so we'll be at 360 today. I don't think I can change that. Yes, I can. Let's do 360. Altitude 360 for our climb. Next page. Back to takeoff. That is all set to go. We are almost fully aligned. Once we're fully aligned, we'll import our OFP waypoints, and we'll switch over to INS nav, and we'll get out of here. Until then, why don't we have Murph brief our cut into departure? Murph, can you brief the departure, please, out of Atlanta?
All right, Captain. We'll be departing from runway 26 left. We'll be flying the cut-in-2 departure with an initial climb clearance to 10,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile and climb to flight level 360 as cleared. Weather at departure shows no significant issues. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We've been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 4427, and departure frequency will be 121.225. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 145 knots, VR is 145 knots, V2 is 154 knots, flaps 10, rid U, Lex 62 degrees C. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Sounds good. Thanks for the brief. All right, there's your brief.
You're welcome, Captain.
From the famous two-tone Murphy. 0204, we're almost fully aligned. We got one ready. We'll wait for all 3 ready nav lights, and then we'll fire up and get out of here. We got some noise off the left. We got Delta 350 just parking at the gate. Ooh, spicy. Ralphie's mom. What's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome on board. Murph had his espresso this morning. He sure did, didn't he? Your dad worked for Eastern? Fantastic, man. Close those spoilers. One thing about Beyond HC, though, it's on multiplayer. I prefer multiplayer. I might as well use the default, which seems to work for me. Hey, whatever you want, whatever works for you, man. You use Murph as your stay attention tour guide? Yeah. Yeah, there's that little bit of stutter on default Atlanta. All right, here we go. We got 2 ready lights. We'll go nav. This one should be here any minute. There it is. Nav 1, 2, and 3 across the board on all 3 nav lights. So let's go ahead and send all of these waypoints to INS. Boom. Waypoints are sent to the INS. So now we're going to do a track change. And we're going to go 0, 1. Insert. And we'll flip this over to INS nav for departure. That'll be nav off the ground on the cut in 2. That checks. I'll put you on distance and time, and we'll put you on track and ground speed for right now, and you can just stay on the wind page. How about that? That sounds good to me. All right, let's go ahead and close up shop, get out of here. Seatbelt, no smoking signs are coming on. Let's go ahead and close up the aircraft. We can go ahead and pull chocks. And let's also, before we shut anything off here, this would be a big no-no, we need to get on APU power. Almost, chat. We almost cooked it. We almost cooked ourselves. APU power is on, and we'll go fuel tank pumps on. Boom, boom, boom. That all looks good. And now we can go ahead and close up the doors. Get rid of the GPU. And we'll leave you on the takeoff perf page. We'll get rid of that. And I think we are ready for push and start. So anti-collision light is coming on. Configure bleeds for engine start. We're going to go off on all of you. And we've got enough pressure for number 2 for engine start. So who's ready for push and start? I think we got everything we need. Fuel tank pumps are all good. We'll keep you on the tank select. These are all tank to engine for takeoff. Generators are off. We'll put you on essential and AP. Okay, let's go ahead and get our clearance. Atlanta ground, Eastern 357 heavy, ready to push off Foxtrot 3.
Houston 357, heavy, you're on the clearance frequency. Contact Atlanta ground on 121.65 for pushback instructions.
My bad. 2165 Eastern 357 heavy. All right, 2165 is up. Atlanta ground, Eastern 357 heavy, push Foxtrot 3.
Eastern 357, heavy Atlanta ground, pushback approved, tail north.
Pushback approved, tail north, Eastern 357 heavy. All right, there goes the jet bridge. We're ready. Left alt P. Cockpit to ground, release brakes. Brakes released, clear to push. Let's go ahead and get these set up here. Whoa, what happened to this camera? In the push. Just finished up a 10-hour of your PPL journey. My man, TGM, congrats.
Folks, we're heading to Kansas City with
Very
an
cool.
estimated flight time of 90 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information, even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and ensure that your window blinds are opened for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings
Brake set,
behind
clear disconnection
and
with
follow
the
all
pin out
safety
front.
instructions
Ground
from
Delta
the crew.
3055.
If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please
Delta
inform me immediately.
3055, taxi
The
to
safety
parking via
information
Bravo
card
3,
contains
Bravo
all
Victor,
details.
Foxtrot 1,
Thank you for
Foxtrot,
your
ramp 3,
attention.
East taxi lane.
Bravo 3. Bravo Victor, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot, ramp 3, East taxi lane, Delta 3055.
All right, good start on 2. We're going to 1. Crossbleed's coming open. Isolation.
American
And
1753 boarding complete, request pushback.
Got 30 psi. Starting engine 1. Let's do this one from outside.
Roger, pushback approved, American 1753.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Here we go. Starting 1. 3, 4, 5. Valve open.
Ground Delta 8065, taxi to parking.
Delta 85, taxi to parking via ramp 1 west taxi lane.
November 2, November Whiskey Lima, ramp 1 west taxi lane, Delta 8065.
Look at the smoke effects. Love the bare metal calendar. A little bit of smoke effect there on startup. Ooh, buddy. Hit the like button for bare metal Iron Giants. Listen to that thing come to life. Bar, what's up, my man? Alright, reset the drone cam. Let's go ahead and get number 3 started. So we're going to go cross bleed. Wait for the pressure to build. 25, 30, starting engine 3. Starter valve open.
Crossing 9er right, United 7403.
See if we can see any smoke from the
American
backside.
1753 ready to taxi.
American 1753, runway 26 left taxi via ramp 1 west taxi lane, Foxtrot Echo.
Runway 26 left taxi via ramp 1 west taxi lane, Foxtrot Echo, American 1753.
Engine 3. There's a start valve cut out.
Delta 3018, taxi
Stabilized.
to the gate.
Alright, so we got 3 good starts. So cross-speed, isolation 1, 2, and 3. Let's go over to the generators. 1, 2, 3.
November Whiskey Lima, ramp 3 west taxi lane, Delta
Gen 3, Gen
3018.
2, Gen 1. We'll leave you in Gen 2. We'll leave you on Essential. We'll leave you on this one
Ground
here.
Delta
Auto
1552,
G1.
taxi to parking.
Min mode, APU bleed air off. Disconnect the APU, or unlatch rather.
Bravo 3, Bravo Victor, Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot
Start.
ramp 3, west taxi lane, Delta 1552.
Don't load. APU's pulling down. We're unlatched. Everything is set. Fuel tank pumps across the board. Let's go ahead and set flaps 10. Flaps 10. Flight controls. are free and correct. All right, let's verify our takeoff perf. We are looking for flaps 10, 4441 on the stab trim. All right, 4.1 on the stab trim, 3438.52. Speeds are set. Okay, that looks good. All right, I'm good if you're good. It's hot out there. INS now, we're ready to taxi. Ground Eastern 357 heavy taxi.
Eastern 357 heavy, runway 26 left taxi via ramp 9 or east taxi lane, Lima 12, Delta Foxtrot Echo.
I'm sorry, what? Taxi 26 left, ramp 9, east taxi lane, Lima 12, Mike Delta Fox Echo for Eastern 357 heavy. That's around the world taxi clearance there, so we got to go Mike, right turn on Mike Delta Fox Echo. 26 left, 2 at freaking Atlanta Airport. Brakes released. Let's go.
Delta 3186, taxi departure via November 2, November Whiskey Lima, ramp 3 west taxi lane.
November 2, November Whiskey Lima, ramp 2 west taxi lane, Delta 3186.
Can Auto Murph taxi? No, I don't think he can taxi the jet. Murph, you don't know how to taxi the jet, do you?
Captain, I'm afraid I can't taxi the jet myself. But I've got the taxi instructions from ground, so we're all set to follow their directions to runway 26 left. Just let me know if you need anything else.
All right, don't let me screw it up. I'm really good at going in straight lines.
No worries, Captain. Just keep it steady and follow the taxi instructions. We've got this.
All right, we're making a right turn here, then we're going to hop on the ramp east line across to the north side. Classic Jet Sim Pilot, what's up, man? We're out here on Mike. AB9 in chat, let's get this. Light this candle. What's up, Classic Jet Sim Pilot? What's up, man? I get it. CJ Sim Pilot, what do you think of the A300 update? I saw you flying that with the new update, huh? Is it good? Can you tell there's an update? How does it feel? We haven't flown the A300 in ages. All right, this is going to be our turn right here. Making a right. Clear left. Clear left. I want to see if he says, he should say clear right. That would be cool.
Clear left, Captain. Let's keep her steady on the taxiway.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, no, I turned one too early. That's all right. Lima 12, I turned one too early. That's all right. We'll sidestep here. Yeah, it's only for say intentions. Yeah. Murph, Two-Tone Murphy is one of the guest voices in Say Intentions AI. It flew well, good performance, but some of the sounds got gummed up. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I guess that takes care of that, because A300 without good sounds is kind of meh. Man, when the A300 first released, it had some of the best sounds in the sim, right? I feel like it did. I feel like the A300 had some fantastic sounds. Like the OG release on 2020. Look at that American bus down there. Where's he think he's going? Click live map on the sand tension panel. Gives you directions. Oh, I don't need directions. I know where I'm going. I've based here for a year. Although you can see my performance at this airport is trash. But it's default and free. It's actually pretty good. I mean, like, got the hotel over there. Got some flickering windows over there. You got stuttering between views, but you got all the, look at Delta 75 right where it's supposed to be. It's probably going to the islands there. As long as it's not Scott Spence and that one chick. What was it after this? Lima 12? Mike Delta Fox. Okay, we'll transition to Fox. The reverse sounds were juice. You can barely hear them now. Yeah, they were. Oh, that's a bummer, dude. All right, we're going to jaunt to the right to Foxtrot. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. I don't know if that does anything.
All right, Captain, the flight attendants are getting ready for takeoff.
Echo. Behind American. But does it have the Atlanta ski jump runways? Now that I don't know. Turks. Oh, dude, Turks. So I got the final award, right? October 1st. Daddy's coming home to the Big D. No more of this commute nonsense. So I'm pretty happy with that because that's about the earliest I could get it. This is October, November, December bid. So pretty happy about that. I just got to survive the next 3 months. I'm barely surviving, I'll tell you that. Will the INS nav work if you only set 1 versus the 3? Whoa. Yo, my goodness. Yes. GCOC Scotland. Yes. It will only, so the L1011 will only drive off of the primary INS. That is correct. Now, I don't know, I think it's simulated with drift.
Ground Delta 3038,
but
back to departure.
Real world, you want multiple INSs because then you would do updating. You would be able to update the units with a triple mix signal, so you would have higher accuracy. I don't know the extent of the simulation of that in Microsoft 2024 here with the L1011, but for instance, if you're using the Felis 74200, it does make a difference. How was the MROC flight? Oh, dude, KMMD11, it was epic, dude. I almost want to fly back down there. I want to do a flight out of MROC because we did a 20, whatever our bump thrust is, 27K bump, bleeds off, takeoff. We got plane swap though. I didn't get a max like we were supposed to. We plane swapped to a relatively newer, a Block 3 NG. So we've done a lot of flights into MROC. I kind of want to do a flight out of MROC. Maybe we'll do like MROC to Grand Cayman or something. We'll do the return leg. I also flew to Grand Cayman, which was my first time ever flying there as in an airliner, which is pretty neat. You know, I greased it, flaps 40, although I had to lower the gear at like 7,000 feet because I was higher than a van full of hippies coming in a non-radar environment.
Heavy contact tower on 125.325. Bye-bye.
Over to tower Eastern 357 Heavy. You. Bye-bye. Like 40 plus going on. Yeah, I know, Turks, but not a single one of them from MIA. That's why they understand. I know, I got hosed, Turks. I should have been home-based all summer. They hosed me when they reduced that bid, the last one. So, I'm still salty. Still salty, Turks. Last, yes, I do. I fly the 7-3 nowadays. That's correct.
2375, runway 27 left, winds 230 at 7, cleared to land.
Cleared to land. Delta 2375.
Alright, we're holding short here.
American 1753, short of 26 left, ready for departure.
Man, look at those clouds.
American 1753, runway 26 left, winds 260 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
Typical American, just taxiing onto the runway without clearance.
Rolling 26 left, American 1753.
Look at that lighting out of that cloud. Zippy, zippy, you only wish 2020 could do that, huh? Look at that view, Chad. My goodness me. Oh my gosh, that is real life. That is real life.
WestJet 1606, contact ground on 121.9er.
Am I missing the bus? I only missed the seat.
Ground, WestJet 1606.
Missed the seat out of the Airbus, that's it. Atlanta Tower, Eastern 357 Heavy, holding short 26 left, ready for departure.
Eastern 357, Heavy, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
26 left, line up and wait, Eastern 357 Heavy. Murph, your radios.
I've got the radios now, Captain. Let's get ready for takeoff.
Let's do it.
American 1753, contact departure.
Departure for American 1753.
Look at those primaries over there.
Eastern 357, heavy, runway 26 left, winds 280 at 12. RNAV Snuffy, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, RNAV Snuffy, cleared for takeoff. Eastern 357 heavy.
Water, what's up, my man? Water dropping the 10 gifted memberships just before blast off. Water, thank you so much, man, for the support. Appreciate you. Hope all is well, Water. If you pick up a membership from Water, shout it out. Say thank you. Appreciate you, man. Very kind. Very, very kind, my friend. All right, who's ready for a 6-1 takeoff? 4-7 on the D-Ray. Little forward pressure on the yoke. Spool them up. 50. Yoga's in chat. Mike P dropping 20 gifted subs. Mike P, too kind, my man. Thank you. This yoga's for Mike P. Here we go. Oh, baby. Coming back a little bit hot. 80 knots. Check. Up we go. Nice deadband there in the rotation. Positive rate, gear up, fly with it. Golly.
Eastern 357, heavy, contact departure.
Contacting departure. Eastern 357 heavy. Atlanta departure. Eastern 357 heavy. Good morning, climbing through 2000.
Eastern 357, heavy Atlanta departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, direct Snuffy.
Climb and maintain 10,000, direct Snuffy.
Flaps
Eastern
4.
357 heavy.
Climb thrust. PMS saying climb thrust is 250, 493 for keeping us at 250. We got to clean up a little bit more though. That nose coming down. Pull that nose a little bit more. 1200. Up, flaps up.
Flap 0.
After takeoff checklist. With that illusion there going through the clouds. Looking for 250 now. Whoa, big sinker. Alright, so now we'll go thrust management 250. For a IAS hold here, let's pitch it up to 250, a little bit more. That's close enough. IAS pitch hold 261.
Eastern 357, heavy, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb and maintain 12,000, Eastern 357 heavy.
12,000 set. Back down to 250 on the speed. That looks good. We'll go vertical speed here as well. Put the autopilot on. Pilots engaged. Climbing 12,000. Let's do a little bit of an after takeoff. Gear is up. Auto brakes are never armed, so we don't have to put those in RTO or turn those off. Waypoint change 1-2. We're coming up on it. Here comes 10,000 feet. There's 10,000. Let's lower the nose. And we're looking for a climb out speed 320 knots. At 10,000 feet, lights are off.
Eastern 357 Heavy, contact Atlanta Center on 135.0.
Smoke him if you got
Contacting Atlanta Center on 135.0. Eastern
Dear
357
guests,
Heavy.
The use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. I will be starting the cabin service shortly. Thank you for your
Atlanta
attention.
Center, Eastern 357 Heavy. Good morning, climbing through 10,000 for 12,000.
Eastern 357, Atlanta Center, good morning, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Eastern 357.
Alright, I got a handle on it. I got the radios, Murph. 200 set.
You've got the radios now, Captain.
Southwest 207 with you climbing flight level
my radios.
200 for flight level 320. Southwest 207, roger.
Oh my gosh. Helps to get some pressurization going. Good night. Cabin alarm going off. Sorry, it's just the Mezzies.
Delta 652 out of flight level 200 for 12,000. Delta 652, roger, good morning.
Alright, I'll catch up with the chat here in just a second. You're dizzy, Captain. Get everything caught up here. Now, theoretically, we should be able to go IAS hold right about now. Alright, IAS hold is on. Climb thrust is set 5.3. What can we give it? 5.4 on our climb thrust. We can get a little bit more juice if we need it. Let's get our noise canceling on. Alright, noise canceling is on. Let's check our cabin, make sure we didn't kill everybody.
United 575 at flight level 280.
Cabin's climbing like crazy. We're getting back under it. We're looking good. All right. My goodness. We finally caught back up. Dun, 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 like nothing happened. All right. Back to it. What did I miss here? Thanks again, Mike P, for dropping the 20 gifted subs right there on the blast off. I appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. Appreciate the support from Mike P. And also, we missed it right there on a very intensive departure. Pete Ski dropping 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you, Pete Ski, for dropping 20 gifted subs to the channel. You are all very, very kind. If you get a membership from any of those friends, please shout them out and say thank you. Much too kind. Thank you for supporting the channel here. That sounds real. Turn in the chat green. Turn in the chat green. Thank you all. Really appreciate the support.
Atlanta Center, Delta 12.
Have I ever had an FO that caffeinated? He's pretty caffeinated, isn't he? Oh,
Delta
man.
1250, Atlanta Center, roger.
Captain, I've got a problem. No matter how much I drink, I'm still sober. Thank goodness. My ears, I know. Why are my fingertips blue? Well, just, that's why they have the cabin altitude alarm. That's why we do that test, a little rotary test there on departure. So, we're cooking with gas now. We're climbing up to, what was our last instructed altitude? Flight level 200? Flight level 200. We're 16 for 200. I've got the radios. We've got
out of flight level 280.
Let's get our map over where it's supposed to be.
United 575.
Now it's going to auto import our waypoints for us, so we're flying it in cheater mode. Look at that shot. Turn the sim down a little bit. We're back and flying. I love the L1011. I absolutely love this airplane for mini builds. It may not be the most popular airplane for those of the younger generation, because you either never flew on one, you don't know the history of the L1011, or maybe it seems a little bit daunting because of the cockpit. And believe me, it can definitely be a little bit daunting, especially if you're unfamiliar with how these systems work. But I'm telling you, with what any builds is provided with auto importing of INS waypoints and having the little INS map, for those of you that really want the map, it is a real feature in the L1011. I believe Saudi had it.
Checking in flight level 360.
It really makes this airplane much more manageable for someone who is looking for something different. If you get that Garmin fatigue, there's 18,000 set standard. If you get Garmin fatigue or glass fatigue, freaking love the L1011. V1 loves this plane because he's a boomer and old enough to be my dad. That is. I don't know, Water. Maybe.
Southwest 429.
Maybe. Apparently, everyone at Expo thinks that.
United 575, when ready to send and maintain flight.
That Eastern bare metal looks oof. I need to get back in the L10. I know, classic jet.
Flight level 200 for flight level 250.
I wish we had a FS Cabral livery for this. So FS Cabral on Flight Sim TO, I think I'm saying that right.
Speed Mach 0.78.
He is one of the best. I don't say one of the best. In my opinion, FS Cabral has the best bare metal aircraft paint jobs available. He does a lot of detailing work too. He does like detailing on the wings and stuff. He does additional stuff. So overall, an amazing painter. But his bare metal stuff is a must-have.
And maintain flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280. Eastern 357 heavy. And I wish we had any L10 paint from him. My favorite paints, though, by far, the Hughes Whiskey Throttle L1011 ATA is amazing. So now it's going to do this weird thing. Let's just get it back under control. Vertical speed. She tends to get a little crazy still with the Brunner yoke. She tends to get a little bit crazy with the Brunner yoke here. I'm going to re-engage you here at 1,500 feet a minute. You can get it together. Especially with these late level offs. These late level offs tend to get you in the L10.
United 575, no speed restrictions.
Speed's coming up. We're looking at 5.7 on the thrust.
United 575.
We're good up to 6.2 if we want it on the EPR, so we can give it a little bit more juice here. Keep climbing.
Delta 857 out of flight level 300 for flight level 190.
But if you listen to those comms are real life, guys. I mean,
Delta
seriously.
857, good morning.
Real life comms.
Atlanta Center, Air Canada 1222, 8,000.
My first flight was on a TriStar when I was 2. Hi, Paul. What's up, my man? Thank you for the 17 months of support. Hopefully I didn't just blast all yours. Did I just blast everybody's ears doing that? Probably. There you go. XP did that to me last night.
Roger. Good morning, sir.
I was always happy in the day when I flew on a TriStar and sad when I got a DC-10. Yeah, dude, the DC-10 made me nervous.
753, climb flight level 240.
I always thought we were going to die on the DC-10. I flew on the DC-10 maybe a handful of times.
753.
One time was going to San Francisco.
Go direct, Delta 857.
And I was still young. My mom had said something about like, this DC-10s, they make me nervous because
126.15.
I don't want that engine to come off on the tail and rip through the cabin and suck us all up or something. I'm like, jeez, you say that to a young kid? So I was paranoid of the DC-10.
Switching to 124.275.
But for good reason. I mean, the DC-10 has definitely had its fair share of accidents. Does the L10 have a VOR-only cockpit? Joe Plains, it does.
Direct American 2984.
That sounded like a real guy. If you go to aircraft and navigation options, you can do RadNav only. With RadNav only, you won't have any INS. Obviously, INS, we got 3 INSs. You can do GPS. You could also do an INS plus GPS.
441, Atlanta Center.
But and this is actually not all that unrealistic either. There were a few L1011s fitted with a GPS unit.
Level 260.
So you could do that as well. INS drift, import SID stars, and for the little map that's in the middle, that is I always have a hard time finding it. Aircraft settings.
Canada 1222, Atlanta Center, good morning.
Map display screen right there. I don't know why I can never find that. Map display screen is what this is called, the map display screen. It's not a GPS map. It's not a Garmin. It's literally it's a simulated map display screen of what it actually would do with the real unit. Now these are in op. I wish you could at least have the brightness on this here. But that's your position right there, and it will load the next waypoints. If you have auto import set like we do, we have auto batch. It's auto importing the waypoints, and you can see right now we're going waypoint 4 to 5. So waypoint 5 is HEMPS. So if ATC came on and said go direct HEMPS, you would select INS 5, you go waypoint change or track change 05 direct to HEMPS. You could also go direct Lukely, and it goes to 9. Once you get to the 9th waypoint, it will auto import the next 9 waypoints. So this sim brief flight plan is 16 waypoints. You'll notice prior to being imported, they are SBs. They're sim brief points. Sim brief 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Once they get imported, they are now INS points. And they have their associated names just like they do here. And also the lat long position, so you could verify if for some reason if you had a position mismatch or something, you could verify the lat long here just like that.
Delta 690, good morning, sir.
It's a very, I mean, this system is, I give a ton of credit to INI for this, because you've literally taken this iron giant that can be pretty challenging to fly, especially single pilot, especially trying to manage it. There's 27 for 28.
Southwest 429, descend and maintain
you can really lighten the workload.
Climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Eastern 357. Why are we shooting up past our level off altitude?
Descending to flight level 320, Southwest 429.
Hold on, I'm going to disengage you. We'll reset this here. Get you back in check here. Something to do with my Brunner for sure. But yeah, that's the only sad part about this airplane, is it doesn't play nice with the Brunner. I don't know why that is. It's the only airplane. I think it's the only airplane. I think it's the only airplane in the sim that I've ever had autopilot issues. Like, it doesn't send the autopilot signal to the sim that your autopilot is engaged. So it's never been fixed. It's the only thing that drives me nuts about this airplane. Because their A300 does it correctly, their A350 does it correctly, but when the autopilot is on, it should send a variable to the sim saying that the autopilot is engaged to ignore the yoke, essentially, is what happens. They don't have that for some reason. Climb thrust now is, we can go EPR 6.7 or 7.4, but we'll pretty much stay where we're at right now. No, we can give it a little bit more juice. Let's go 7.4. We're down pretty low here. Let's lower that climb rate though. Let's get back down to 1,500 feet a minute. Let's go 7.0 on the EPR thrust here. Let's get some speed back on the airplane. Shot up out of cannon there, got really slow. Alright, we got our climb EPR set. Speed's coming back up. We'll knock our climb rate down to 700. Now it seems to be following much better here.
American 2132, Atlanta Center.
Well, I need to hear it officially from V1. What do you need to hear from me, Avapollo? Avapollo said, when are we going back to Tour de Americas? Anytime you ask, it takes longer. Oh my gosh, I forget how to extinguish the DH light. There we go. Tour de Americas, though, no, for real, might actually happen a lot sooner than later with our this Say Intentions, because Say Intentions will allow us to fly as a group as well, which would be pretty cool. All right, let's see. I think she's behaving much more better now. 7.4 on the thrust. We're almost maxed out. We are pretty much maxed out now. Thrust is all the way up. We're 7.36 in the climb. It's all she's got. We're climbing up to 380, 33 for 38. We're looking good. Let what die? I'm not letting it die. There's an Iveo premium event for Atlanta tonight. I think I'm going to fly the Duke turbine. No prop. There's no prop stars. Oof. There's no. All of them are jet stars. Huh. Go figure.
716. Good morning, sir.
You can use TM mode for IAS speed for climb and respect the engine limits. Yeah, I know it will, but not with the Bruner, man. With the Bruner, it doesn't work very good.
Descending 18,000, Delta 3105.
So I got to be my own auto thrust here. I'll set my own. I'll set the auto thrust once we get up to cruise. We're looking for probably what 300-ish when we get up there. The problem with the Bruner is it gets behind itself and it oscillates itself out of control. So I can't use the VNAV modes. The wing looks wonky texture-wise. I don't think it looks too bad. The slats look a little bruised. They look a little bruised.
American 2427 descent.
I also have it half dirty, so that might be why. I've got some
lower shortly.
wear and tear on there. You can see some
Down to flight level 320,
definite tear.
2427.
I mean, the L1011 wing real life is pretty gnarly looking.
Southwest 2507.
All right, yeah, now it's definitely behaving a little bit better. I think I had to disconnect and reconnect. The autopilot tends to work. All right, 34 for 36. Listening to Stand Attention, we've come so far since Squawk Box and Satco. I know, Darth Rust, I know.
Altimeter 2945, Southwest 429.
But I mean, it's if you want the realistic comms, I don't think you can argue anything's more realistic than say attentions on that. I mean, the comms and cruise are just nuts. We'll let her get up here stabilized, and then we'll do some cruise checks and settle in. This TriStar is a hell of a flying machine for me. I looked some vids for it. It has so many knobs and switches it brings and things you have to figure out. I know. That's what I love about taking a break from the old
Delta 690 descend
stuff. I already screwed up the gas.
16,000.
I forgot to manage our fuel here. We got 5 in the outers. I forget what we're supposed to do. It's opposite of the 7.4, right? We're supposed to drain from the centers from tank 1 and 3. So let's open these up.
382, contact Memphis Center on 124.275.
And then let's shut tank 2 and tank 2 right off. So we're supposed to feed from these until we get down to 5, if I'm not mistaken. It's opposite of the 7.4 200.
Checking in, flight level 190 for
I
flight level
believe.
200.
Because in the 7.4 you burn...
222,
Well, it might be the same thing, actually. There's our 1,000 to go. Let's make sure she levels this time.
Southwest 429 descend.
Alright, INS out cap is engaged. Look, we're doing 8.5 Mach. We'll lock it in at 8.6 here with auto throttle. 2R and 2L should be same. Yeah, that's why we gotta burn. That's why we gotta burn 1 and 3 down first. So you burn 1 and 3 down first. All right, we're leveling here at 360. Now we will go auto throttle hold at 300 K knots. Fuel system like that's normal. No, it's not balanced. It's 5 on the outers. So we need to burn these down to 5.
357, contact Memphis Center.
This is
on
1 and 3.
7.375.
1 and 3 got to match 2L and 2R, to my knowledge.
Dear guests, I'm pleased to let you know that I will now begin the snack and beverage service.
All right,
Today we have
seatbelt
some
sign is
delightful
off.
options, including our signature mixed nuts and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, I will also have some selected items from the Eastern Airline shop available for you.
10 o'clock.
Wow, she knows
For your
it's Eastern
attention
Airlines?
and enjoy your flight.
A regional jet at flight level 440.
Do I need the transfer switches
For
on?
the traffic, American 1340.
No, I don't believe so. That's a gravity transfer from 1A to 3A. They're balanced. They're the same. I don't want to transfer between the two. What I want to do is burn from these two. As you see, 12.4, 12.5. And actually, these are going up. Right? Alright, that looks good. We'll go here, we'll go back. Let me go audio. Let's turn you off. I'll just turn the sim down. There we go. I flew on a 767 first, but don't really count that as a wide body. The 7.6 is definitely a wide body, man. Yeah, 7.6 is definitely a wide body. Not a great one, though. This was my first true wide body experience. Pittsburgh to Atlanta back in the 90s. Very rare occasion that brought an L1011 up. Oh, wow. Pittsburgh to Atlanta and L10. Well, dude, that one of the most famous videos on YouTube is that Delta L10 from Atlanta to Tampa. How freaking crazy is that? Atlanta to Tampa and an L1011? Man. Yeah, it's definitely a wide body. I mean, dude, every time I see the 767 flying around, you know, cargo, it's a ton of them. That's one thing about being in Miami, man. You see so many, like, crazy airplanes, so many good airplanes. These old 7.6s, 7.5, 7.4s, loads of 7.4s. Actually, was that for us? Yeah. Contact Memphis Center, 2737. Oh, hold on. I have a conflicting binding. Look, every time I hit the push to talk, what is that? You see the nose just shot up. That's what's going on. What is that? Auto throttle go around mode. Chat. We just sent it into go around mode. Auto throttle go around mode. My goodness. Altitude arm 360. That is why it was doing that every time I answered the freaking comms. Alright, let's switch freaks over. My goodness. Let's wait till we level at 360 and then we'll call them up. That would explain it. That would explain it. Freaking sending it in a Toga. 36,000 feet. Alright, now we'll get her back under control. 37 for 36. Altitude arm, let's make sure she caps. We're still in INS nav. There's 1,000 to level off. I love the 7.6, but 7.4 oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Southwest 2178, contact Atlanta Center on 124.875. Good morning.
Alright, niche hardware indeed, man. Go around mode bound. Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Eastern 357 Heavy, we're leveling flight level 360. It is Flo Kalaka. It's available from the store and from the AnyBuilds manager.
Eastern 357, Memphis Center, good morning.
Dude, that guy sounds like a real Memphis controller right now. Alright, now we're getting back up to it. But yeah, in Miami, man, even the last flying DC-8, the last flying DC-8 is in Miami. I've seen that thing come in and land a couple times, which is epic. Seeing a DC-8 in 2026 will blow your mind. If you're any type of airplane fan, it will absolutely blow your mind. All right, now she's gonna level. Okay, now I thought it was doing. I thought we had a I thought we had some type of backwards update here because it never gave me autopilot issues like that before. But that wasn't an airplane issue. That was a binding issue. We're all good to go now. Auto throttle's back on. We're cooking in here at 300, back at 360. Sorry for everybody that we basically just pinned to their seats.
Memphis Center 575 with you at flight level 250.
575, Roger. Good morning.
All right, we're back at it. Let's get back on the old jump seat here.
Memphis Center, Frontier Flight 1733. How do you read
Who's flying a DC-8? I actually don't know whose it is. It's a cargo operator out of South America. They used to have Samaritan's Purse. That was the last one, or second to last one. But now it's just an all-white DC-8. I'm sure someone could look it up. Yeah, it's all-white DC-8. I actually don't know if it even has... I think it has CFM engines on it. Classic Jet Simpan says, I've seen that DC at Miami to always keep it parked on the far northeast. Yeah. Yeah, there's actually a couple 7.2s over there, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a couple over there on
flight level 300, Frontier Flight 1733.
On that northeast cargo ramp. Pilot Unknown, my man. What's up, big for the 10 months of support, my friend. Glad to have you on board.
Climbing flight level 320, pre-card 5604.
All right, let's do a little. Let's walk through the cabin here. Let's make sure she's all looking good. 11964.
Maintain flight level 360. Report level.
Memphis Center, Axiom 140. Good afternoon, with you. Flight level 390.
Axiom 140.
Axiom 140, Memphis Center. Good afternoon.
That's a jet card flight. Axiom 140 is a jet card flight.
Climbing flight level 360, Blue Street 5548.
That's some chick on jet card. All right. Let's go ahead and.
42, descend flight level 310 at your discretion.
I don't think we can go in there, right? Oh, we can go in there. I don't want to press the button. I feel like we're too close to the cockpit. How do you get training and crew for a DC-8? That I don't know, man. That I don't know. But look at this. You cannot beat this wide body. Why we don't have overhead bins designed like this anymore is beyond me.
Captain B1 Sim, would you like anything to drink or a small snack while we're cruising?
Ooh, no. I forget what button I have bound to talk to her.
Brickyard 4422, Memphis Center, roger.
I forget. I had a push to talk bound for talking to her, but I don't remember what it is. But I mean, this cabin design with these overhead bins that go way up like this is the way to do it, man. This is the way to do it. And our favorite part here, I'm sure Mezzi's down here. Who we got tonight? Mezzi versus Belgium? I think the FIFAs have already determined it's got to be Mezzi versus that rival team. This is a movie theater cabin. Look at this, man. Look at this galley. I could feel the heat lamps from that projector. Yeah, hit the like button if you know what a heat lamp is on a projector. Hit the like button if you remember being in school and you had to get the when the teacher brought the projector over on that big cart thing. And remember they had those transparent pages that you had to write on? Hit the like button if you remember that. We're going old school today. What kind of snacks we got down here? French fries. I'm surprised they can get Budweiser in here. Really? They got a Budweiser sponsorship. Summer of '69 vintage design. Look, I mean, I can't believe this is where we're at in 2026. I'm flying a virtual airplane. I'm in the galley of my virtual airplane, reading the label off of a Budweiser can. If somebody told me in 2002 I'd be able to do that in my flight simulator, I would have looked at you like you had 5 heads. Unbelievable. Sometimes you just gotta appreciate, everything how simming has been transformed. I mean, got some nice fresh apples over here, a little Vogue magazine, a little galley seat. I mean, look at this. This is flying, man. This is flying. This is the other galley where. So here's the other thing. I fly with a lot. I've flown with a lot of TWA guys as of late. Matter of fact, my last trip, we went to St. Louis, and Captain was former T-Way flight attendant, former T-Way as well. She lived in St. Louis still. And they got to talking about the good old days, the heydays. These little, the stories that came from these parts here of the airplane are like none other. I think that's where the, you know, it's like, oh, you're going to go fly wide body? It's so awesome. Yeah, maybe in 1989, 1990 it was, but it ain't that anymore, man. It ain't that anymore. This little elevator shaft. Actually, I've never gone up this. Oh, here's the door. What? Oh, that's so cool. We literally just rode the elevator to the mid-galley. Freaking love it. Look at the old school pool tabs on the I know, man. Classic Jet Senpai. It's just ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. If I could like it again, I would. Digital mark. Yeah, the transparency with dry erase markers. Oh, man. It's Turk, Mr. Salty. Turk Herein? Is he here? Thank you, AJ, for the $3 super chat. Turk Heren's not here. Turk S isn't the Salty Turk. Wide body flying cool, it just doesn't look it. Trust me. Yeah, well, I would be interested if we had L1011 still. Oh, look, the horizontal staff. But I've rode in the 7-8 crew rest, and count me out, man. I'd rather ride in here. We can flush the toilet, that's good. Very loud bathrooms. Very loud bathrooms here under the S duct. I wonder if these cabin lights work. Can you see the cabin lights up there? Anything with an engineer. Pixelated, my man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you, my friend. Says, how nice if you won an L1011 stream after passing my commercial, is that what CAX is now? Commercial check ride yesterday. Dude, Pixelated SX, congratulations, man. Absolutely congrats, dude. That's a big one to get out of the way, so job well done, my friend. Thank you so much for supporting the channel all these years. I can see your badge, and thank you for the $5 super chat. What's next, Pixelated? What do you got next on the slate? You doing instructor route or some pipeline? What you doing? What you thinking? The interior design of the plane is stolen from Star Trek 1. It might be. It's from the alien tech that we got from that recovered spaceship from Area 51. You know, AJ? But hey, this isn't a 450 stream. Maybe we need to get back into... You know, I almost wanted to fly the Sovereign today. Would you guys be mad if we did a second stream of the Sovereign on Jet Card? We just got the Falcon 50 livery, which is epic. I flew that all night last night. Whiskey Throttle just dropped our official Jet Card V1 exec charter livery for the Falcon 50s. But man, for some reason I had a weird itch to fly the Sovereign. Again. I don't know. We'll see. Commercial, CFI, CFII, good old 141. All right, very cool, Pixelated. I'm going to go right into multi-engine land. Very cool. Dude, the commercial multi is, that's a ton of fun, man. Enjoy that. What are you going to be training on? What are you going to be doing multi in? The fake multis or a real multi like a Seminole or a Duchess? I don't even know if they allow Duchess anymore. They're so freaking deadly. I reckon most people would be angry if they don't have IFE and Wi-Fi nowadays. Oh, Peter G, man. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely would be. PA-44. Oh, man. The Seminole. A real multi. Pixelated. Enjoy it, dude. Multi is a really fun one. That's where you're going to have... If you haven't had a lot of fun yet, you'll have a ton of fun with the multi because, you know, if you look at whatever your career aspirations are, probably high likelihood that you're going to be flying multi-engine aircraft for money, right? So getting into the twin is a whole lot of fun. And I love the Seminole, man. I absolutely love the PA-44. In fact, if we had a level D PA-44, we'd probably fly it on the sim a lot. Actually, where are our X-Plane fans at? AJ, are you still here? I saw something. JetSeam is releasing a Chieftain Navajo for X-Plane 12. Is it JetSeam or Jet S? I just saw it on Facebook. I don't know who they are, if they're any good, if they're not good, but I saw an advertisement for a Piper Chieftain, I believe it was a Chieftain. It might have been a Navajo. Either way, on X-Plane 12, which, if they're good, I might be interested in that. Take a little dabble in the old X-Plane 12 again. If you land with a 6-knot tailwind, what, if any, additive would you add to the VREF? KATL-KMCI in modern-day aviation, we put that into our land app, and it calculates it for us. We don't really add any with the tailwind. I wouldn't add any knots with the tailwind because you're already going to be cooking. Just make sure you're on speed. That wing looks pretty good right there. Every speed is 88 knots. Every speed, 88 knots. Yeah, you're going to learn 88 knots. You know, yeah. But to get back to your question, Cam, like if you're in an Airbus, you're landing with a 6-knot tailwind. I'm not really going to add any knots. If I'm in a heavy 321, I might add 3 knots. Just to give me a little extra cushion. But it might be SOP dependent. There may be some company that has an SOP for that. I don't know, Turks, you guys got a tailwind additive for the bus? I know on the 7.3 we don't. We have our tailwind limitations. And some airports, Cam, will actually have more restrictive tailwind limitations if the runway is not of length. So, going into anywhere with a short runway, Key West or, shoot, where did I go the other day? Or high altitude. I believe Guatemala has a more restrictive tailwind. I think it's like 5 knots. Or if it's a wet runway, they may have a more restrictive tailwind. But you're not adding speed per se. You're not going to be adding any speed. Look at that wing right there. Now that is a shot. There is a Coronado Seminole. Yes, I do have. I actually have that one, Peter G. I actually have the Seminole, the Coronado one, but it's pretty mid, man. I was on a Frontier flight the other day, and we had no Wi-Fi, no IFE. I knew the now IFE part, but not Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know, Pilot Unknown. I haven't flown Frontier in a very long time. I haven't flown Frontier in a very long time. I didn't even know they had Wi-Fi. Why is there no good Skyhawk or Seminole in the 70 to ATP fleet? I know. Well, the default Cessna is not bad, man. I don't think it's bad. But I haven't flown it in a very long time. Is it bad? You guys tell me, is the default Cessna bad? It's no airfoil lab Cessna, that's for sure. It's nice being in the Seminole, going 170 knots, set up 112 or so in the Archer, for sure, dude. Yeah, the Seminole, it's cool, man. When I think back on my career, you think of, the first flight.
Contact Memphis Center on 118.625.
118.625 Eastern 357. You think of the first flight, and then, you think of their first Aero flight or Archer flight. No, this is cool. It's just different, right? And then the Seminole feels high performance. You keep going. The first jet that you fly, it's fun, man. Enjoy it, dude. Just enjoy it. Because it's going to go by fast. You're going to look back one day and be like, man, I missed out on enjoying the early parts of my journey. Got a story about that, too, here in a minute. Memphis Center, good morning. It's Eastern 357 Heavy 360.
Memphis Center, good morning.
I mean, these controllers are great. This is... I never actually thought there would be potential competition to something like VATSIM. And if you don't want any, if you don't want any fake or AI pilots, then maybe there won't be. But in terms of traffic, bringing your sim to life, and it being realistic and believable. Man, look at this panel. Look at that ADI in there. Getting the bill shots right here. Say intentions has definitely impressed me. What's our fuel doing?
44, roger.
6495. That is definitely impressed me.
Memphis Center, Delta 1040 with you.
Cam MD11 dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Cam, thank you so much for the support, Cam. Appreciate the love, dude. Cam, I tried to fly the MD11 today. I wanted to fly the Swiss Air livery on this route because Swiss is playing the Mezzies. And I was going to fly the Swiss Air MD11. I want to fly the MD11 just because we got that new sound pack. Next stream is going to have to be Miami to Bon Air in an MD11 bare metal American luxury liner. It's got to be. It's got to be. FS Cabral bare metal luxury liner, or he's got an epic Lufthansa livery. Could do some international ops. See what Santentions is like on international ops. Too bad WB Sim has stopped supporting their Cessna. Oh, really? They did? I actually didn't know that. Civic Tick Flyer, I found out the hard way. The Cessna 750 has a tailwind of 10 knots, a limited of 10 knots. Landing with 15 to 17 and full rudder was not enough. Don't want to go past those limitations.
Skywest 4015, climb and maintain flight level 320, report level. Up to flight level 320, Skywest 4015.
It's nice you can step away for a bit, give your F the radios, and not getting banned. I know, exactly. I know flight sim school for sure. You should have flown a speedbed today for England playing tonight. Well, Eastern T3, I was... you know what? Dang it, we could have done... England plays in Miami, though. The problem was any route to Miami from the last 2 games would have been cross-country. It would have been too long of a stream. But we could have done a Speedbed Airways in Landor livery MD-11. That would be epic. Oh, man. If England can win tonight, we'll have to do a MD-11 in Landor livery stream out of Miami to support the Englandese.
United 1645 with you, flight level 360.
How are we looking on waypoints? Where are we at?
Roger, good morning.
We're going 5 to 6. We're in cruise 8-3. Made the turn over the river. Shoot, we're getting ready. We're hauling. Coming up on it. I got to look at what we filed for our arrival. Mahomes 3, gross. Can we fly something other than the Mahomes 3 arrival? Like, how about direct to the field? Makes me nauseous. Mahomes is supposed to be at 1-2-12,000.
Cargo Jet 967 at flight level 300.
Cargo Jet 967, good morning, sir.
Alright, let's get some perf data going here for landing. Landing performance. We're going to sync. We'll calculate 356, 1027. We'll stand by on the set of bugs.
Expect the Moms 3 arrival.
The Moms 3.
Prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes.
Roger, we'll expect the Mahomes 3 arrival, coordinate transition, Eastern 357. So I'm going to let it give me a descent when it gives me a descent, because I want to see how it does. So we're continuing to test. Mahomes is supposed to be at 12,000 feet. Let's do a quick 3-to-1 math. If we're at 36 and we're going to 12, that's 4, that's 24. 70, it's around 80-ish miles from Mahomes. We need to be starting now, but we'll see what it gives us. See what it gives us. I'm gonna let say intentions tell us when to go down. So 5.6, waypoint 5 to 6. That's lucky. So when is the first fix on the star? It's actually Courtney. So Courtney is INS 0.8.
Morning, Southwest 699, 14,000.
So it's probably going to re-import a second batch of waypoints here pretty soon. So we're going 5 to 6. Waypoint 6 is lucky. Waypoint 7 is Zabel. So Courtney right here. This is the start of the arrival. It's this waypoint right here. There's Courtney. And you could measure these out if you wanted to do that for measuring. So I know. Well, we'll wait for the next batch import because then we'll have Mahomes and we'll get a distance to Mahomes when they give us the next batch waypoints. Because Neville is the last one. Yeah, we'll still have plenty of time after Neville. So we'll let it auto import. Let's go outside and admire this tri-jet
Flight level 400, American 2427.
in all her glory. Sunny side. God, that middle contrail is still tilted down. Don't tell thrust set. He'll get upset. Waypoints, refs, dives, flags paid. I know, AJ. I know. Hello, Eastern. Oh, yeah. We're talking soccer in the L1011. I know. We need a Caravella comment for that. I know. As a kid, you flew the LTU MD-11 into holidays. Found an old photo when the plane taxied the gate. Aha, good old times, Senior Tech Flyer indeed.
Flight level 320, American 2427.
We should try the default citation X and 12. I know. What was that for? Was that for us?
Air Shuttle 6146.
Or Air Shuttle. Oh, it's Air Shuttle. You know, a lot of people have been asking me to fly the citation X and X-12. I might have to because I'm familiar with it in 10 now. Or in 10, excuse me, in Microsoft 2024. How much time we got? It's 1 o'clock. What time is the game? Is it 4 Eastern or 4 Central? The game, the first game this evening, because I'm going to cook some skirt steaks. I don't think it gave us a descent, right? No, they didn't give us a descent yet. 5 Eastern, 4 Central. 4 Central, okay.
4663, continue climb flight level.
Well, I'd have to fire up. I gotta get. Here's the thing. You guys make it sound so easy. Oh, just fire up X-Plane 12. You know, just fire up X-Plane 12 and you'll be good to go. No, it's I gotta launch X-Plane 12. It's gonna crash 3 times. Then I gotta update X-Plane 12, and then it's gonna crash 2 more times on the next load. Then I'm finally in, and then I got to figure out how to bind the airplane again because I forgot all the commands for X-Plane. But I do want to give it a shot. There's someone in the Discord that's flying for V1 Exec for Prestige, and he's flying an X-Plane 12 Citation 10, and the screenshots are looking pretty good. So I'm more curious for X-Plane 12 now than I have been in a few months, just because it's been a while. I think we've hit that limit of Microsoft 2024 where I need to mix it up again. But it's just a pain to get loaded again. It's a pain, man. It's never easy. X-Plane has the FlyJ Sim 737. It does. It does. Jordan, you just got me thinking. I wonder if I could get my RTR Rosefire B107 panel working with the FlyJ Sim 7.3 Classic. The citation longitude is just a mid-sovereign Joe Planes. So if I have to pick, I'm going sovereign every day and twice on Sunday over the longitude. Although, how about that longitude crash in San Antonio on the freaking highway, man? Jeez. Dead stick at night on the highway. You left having to update your BIOS in order for X-Plane 12 to not crash every 13 seconds and having to reinstall Windows because the BIOS update bricked the computer. Sounds about right, Turks. That sounds about right. Where's that guy flying? A friggin' helicopter? Did that United Airlines MAX flight last night, Newark to Funchal in SU6 in the beta. Ooh, 6-hour flight in the MAX. Nice, Cam. Nice.
Leaving for flight level 280, United 1645.
I want to do another MAX flight. We should do. It's crazy. I want to do more NG flights though because I kind of want to do a 700 flight on the NG. But, you know, we could do a Cayman Airways.
1645, continue descent, flight level 260.
What we should do, Cam, you got me thinking.
260, United 1645.
Cayman Airways. Is there a Cayman Airways livery for the iFly Max? Because then we could do MROC back to Cayman Islands, reverse the route that we flew the other day, go back in, and I want to get that scenery for Grand Cayman, because that airport's pretty cool. That was a pretty cool little flight up in the Grand Cayman. But I also want to fly, I want to blast off at an MROC and an NG, because I want to do a 27K bump bleeds off. I don't think we've done a bleeds off takeoff in the sim yet, but we should definitely do that, you know. And we should do a cross bleed start, because I haven't done one in the real airplane yet, and I feel like I need to practice because I've been getting real close to having a no APU. So I feel like we need to do some practicing. I'm getting ready for recurrent. The recurrent is in November too, a couple of months out. Prestige 120 is over Africa and Santentions. Nice. I know, AJ. I need Gus to make me another boomer pack. Need another boomer pack for X-Plane 12. All right, let's take a look, see where we're at here, waypoints wise. We're 6-7. We're still cooking. We've still got a little ways to go. Top of descent that we calculate is 110 miles out. So we're looking good. You guys like outside view, or is it too loud out there? Look at this. Wisconsin.
Level 340. Wisconsin 2401. Good morning.
I mean, I know we always play music at cruise, but honestly, I'm kind of just enjoying it. With the realistic comms, it's kind of nice to just vibe out here on the nose.
Climb flight level 320.
This is about as realistic as it gets.
Leaving
Right
flight
here.
level 300 for flight level 320.
Actually, for me,
United
here,
1645.
Right, poverty seat. Do you have multiplayer on Santentions? Yes, Iglufu. That is so. Talking about Santentions, I mean, I think so many times we refer to Santentions as just another ATC program. It's not, dude. It is not just an ATC program. It is a whole lot more. And part of that whole lot more is the multiplayer compatibility. And no, you do not have to have it on, Iglufu. I have it on, but you do not have to have it on. You can turn it off, the multiplayer network. So it's just you and live traffic. You can separate yourself from the multiplayer. You opt into it on the settings page. There are a ton of settings. Speaking of, I'm going to get rid of my flight attendant right now because I don't know. I know a lot of people, they want to, you know, they like the flight attendant comms because it's realistic, because that's what you hear as a passenger a lot. I remember doing that back when I was using FS passengers. I really wanted comms. Is that going to bring it up? It is. But I'm going to go ahead and can my crew right now. Let's go cabin crew. Disable cabin crew announcements. Disable crew snack prompting. No. You could do pre-recorded. This would be cool here. Specific audio files. So I could have my own. So theoretically, you could actually record. You guys remember the Spirit flight out of Baltimore? We heard that guy on the trip report. It was actually my welcome aboard announcement. I could theoretically strip that and then put that on here. That would be funny. We could do a flight out of Baltimore. Turn off cabin crew announcements during flight. I think I'm going to turn those off. Because I don't like hearing them for two reasons. One, it's not very realistic unless you have the audio panel configured to listen to the flight attendant PAs, which I don't ever have on. And two, if you do hear it, it sounds too clear. It sounds like she's speaking directly at me through my headset, which I don't really like, so I'm going to just turn it off for now. They said they are revamping the UI soon, and your stream made the NOTAM email from Santentions. Somebody posted that. What's the NOTAM email? Wendell Sanders, what's up, man? Try intermittent fasting, brother. Try some intermittent fasting. It might help you out. Is there an option to have them send you a crew meal 4:45 into a 5.5 hour flight that left 5:30 local time for maximum? Yeah, exactly. You could probably, you know what, Turks? You could probably program that. Yeah. You could probably program that. So I broke all the rules in the book the other day. Coming out of Guatemala. Was it Guatemala? No. Coming out of Liberia, Costa Rica. This was I think on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember. So sometimes you'll get the local meals out of there. And there was a fish that I didn't know was fish. I thought it was going to be something else. They just brought it up. Captain wasn't going to eat, so I said I'll have the non-vegan option, whatever it may be, mystery meat. I had pork before, which actually was pretty good. So I thought I was going to get the pork. I got this meal, and it was fish. And I'm like, no way I'm eating fish on an airplane. Not going to do it. It's against every rule in the book. But I accidentally took a bite before I realized it was fish. And it was pretty dang good. So I ate the whole thing. And I was fine for the rest of the flight. But come, 7 p.m. that night, it hit me. And that is why all the rules are in the book that say do not eat fish on an airplane. Do not eat fish on an airplane.
United 1645.
What's up, BKG Blueface? How you doing, man? Having a good Saturday? Have I seen the dynamic search, rescue, firefighting? Yes, Joe Plains. So that's the other thing with say intentions is, of course, there's all these options for voice, cabin crews, everything else in there. But as Joe Plains has said, hold on, I gotta ban this guy because he's obviously less than 5 years old. So, there's a whole section for say intentions that will give you comms and ATC for a dynamic search and rescue or firefighting. Now, what I want to try to do is do a firefighting mission with the MD-11. I think that would be so cool, and trying to drop some fire retardant. But Joe Plains, there's so much to it, dude. I have to learn. I have to read the manual. I got to look at some tutorials. But when I tell y'all that say intentions is so much more than just AI ATC, it truly is. Like, it's more of an AI service pack for your flight simulator. That's really what it is. On your way to Gatlinburg. All right, BKG. Very cool, man. One DSC, I posted a screenshot of the email in Discord. Oh, very cool. Well, hopefully we make him proud, because there's a clip out there somewhere where I was talking about AI ATC probably a year ago now.
Eastern 357, contact Kansas City.
Oh, that's
Center
us.
On 133.475.
You can read? Barely, T-Tut, barely. Over to Kansas City Center, 3347. Have a good one, Eastern 357 Heavy. All right, I'm going to try to check on fast and just kind of like real world speed, see how they handle it here. Kansas City, good afternoon. Eastern 357 Heavy, level 360.
Southwest 1167, descent pilot's discretion, flight level 260. Eastern 357, Kansas City Center, good morning.
See, okay, let's just replay that whole 30 seconds. I checked on, I didn't hear anything back. The controller responded to another aircraft and then responded to me. That is one-to-one real life, dude. One-to-one real life. That happens very frequently. When you check on, controller might be in the middle of communicating with another aircraft. You hear the dead space, but you don't know that there's a dead space because they're waiting for someone else to respond. But it's just, that's awesome, man. I love that. But what I was saying is there's probably a clip of me saying, you know, over a year or so ago, where like I'm not interested in AI air traffic control, and at that moment in time, I really wasn't. But it has, and when it first came out, like I remember when Santentions first came out, I remember Beyond ATC first came out, and I was like, no, I'm not interested. But now, after seeing what it's capable of doing, is it's definitely, I've made a 180-degree pivot on what I used to believe I wanted or did not want from my SIM and AI air traffic control program. So, Jeff Fabiano's in the house. Dude, Jeff, what's going on, man? Man, I was in your neck of the woods, dude. I had a little St. Louis overnight. I went to Sugar Fire Barbecue. Man, they have a sauce. I'm from Texas. Barbecue's my life. There's a sauce at Sugar Fire Barbecue, the St. Louis Hot, I think it was called. I should have bought 5 bottles of it, man. Delicious. I had some brisket. I was very impressed. I was very impressed with the pulled pork as well. But man, that was a good little overnight. So Jeff says, I learned that Say Intentions AI Skynet, which is the multiplayer that we were talking about, is still in early production and doesn't come out until later this year. What happens, everything we want from it, when that happens, everything we want from it will happen. That's why we were having issues with latency and hearing each other and model matching. I gotcha, Jeff. Okay, so that's kind of why it's part of the testing now. When we had to opt into it, right, Jeff? Okay, that makes sense. Model matching and all that. So that multiplayer aspect of Skynet, which is pretty cool that they call it Skynet, is still early production. That's why we had some hiccups earlier on the first stream and the second stream. Well, the second stream really didn't have any hiccups. Well, the first stream, the only hiccup we had is me not opting in. I saw Jeff. He heard me. He saw me just fine. Obviously, our model matching was a little bit off, but that is very cool. That is very cool. So, for those of us that are interested in that multiplayer aspect of Say Intentions, it is still work in progress. Still work in progress. But yeah, I mean, from what I was saying a few minutes ago about how when AIATC first came out and I wasn't interested to now, it's so much more than AIATC. That's why I'm drawn to it. It's an AI service pack for your simulator. That's really what it is. It's a service pack. Hit the like button if you remember FSX Service Pack 1 and Service Pack 2. And acceleration. Kansas City barbecue is the best barbecue around? I don't know, Water. It's good, but I don't know. You know, Kansas City can do... There's a place we used to go to in KC that had some of the best St. Louis-style spare ribs I've ever had, which would make sense because we're in St. Louis. So... I'll give you that much, but I don't know about best all around. Jacob Bush, what's up, man? Says, I'll take the next one. It's on it's on an Airbus. I'd heard you call this a jump seater, but I'm flying the PMDG, fiddling around, and just discovered that Easter egg. Jacob, very cool, man. Very cool.
357, descend via Moms 3.
That's us. The Moms 3. Water's Moms 3 arrival. All right, descend via the Mahomes 3, coordinate transition 3009 for Eastern 357 Heavy. Let me know anytime you're in town. Sugar Fire is awesome when you get there early and they have skis, soda. Oh, really? See, I didn't. Well, Jeff, I thought about it, man, but I was like, I didn't want to be weird. You know, I wasn't sure if we were there yet. You know, I didn't want to say. When I sent the text, I didn't know. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was some pretty good barbecue. I got there early too. I got there right after they opened because we got up at 2 a.m. to land super early, and then I ate early. You know, then I went to bed around 6 or 7 o'clock. All right, what was I supposed to do? Descend via the Mahomes. Mahomies, we know we got to go down to 12 here at some point. So let me dial in 12. And we're going 8 to 9. And it should do an import here. We are going to waypoint 9, which is Nevely. Let me look at my star. Nevely on the star is 1323, 50 miles from Tiger. Tiger is 6 miles from Mahomes, so we need to start down, Chad. So we got 12,000 set. Let's go ahead and go vertical speed down. And the auto throttle should start to pull back here. Let's verify that happens. Bring it back to 290. There we go. Down we go. Oh, jeez, fuel. Fuel. Went past it a little bit. Yeah, we went past it 1,000 pounds. Oh yeah, when it releases, all ironed out, will be absolutely epic. I totally agree, Jeff. Totally agree. You have 4 of them in St. Louis? I went to the one downtown. I can't, I have my phone on me. Where was I at? I know I was downtown. That doesn't help. But I got there at 11:15. There was nobody in line, and the dude he was slicing a fresh brisket, and I'm just standing there chilling, and he's like, "Hey, brother, you got to try this." And he just handed me like 2 burnt ends. I'm like, "Oh, all right." I tried them. Amazing. Amazing. So then I got a double brisket. Then I got some pulled pork. I got an apple pie.
Southwest 2961, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Climbing flight level 400, Southwest 2961.
Let's see. Marriott, yeah, it was Grand Downtown. I was Grand Downtown is where I was. Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. So, all right, we're on the descent. Let's have Murph give us a brief, shall we? We're going to be, what runway can we expect? Let me ask him, let me ask Center. Center, what runway can we expect landing Kansas City for Eastern 357?
Eastern 357, expect runway 1 right at Kansas City.
Freaking love it. Well, I will expect 1 right, Eastern 357 Heavy. All right, 1 right. ILS to 1 right. Let's have Murph brief us on this one, shall we? Murph, can you brief the ILS 1 right, Kansas City?
All right, Captain. We'll be arriving at Kansas City on runway 1 right using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the MOMS 3 arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 1 right. Weather at arrival shows winds 050 at 8 knots, few clouds at 4,500 feet. No significant weather expected. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. Squawk code remains 4427 and approach frequency will be 121.225. We'll configure for landing with flaps 33. Final approach speed will be 139 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to Terminal 1 Gate A 20A. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Sounds good. You want to brief the flight attendants? I don't know why you'd brief the flight attendants.
All right, I'll handle that. Flight attendants, please prepare for arrival.
That's so cool. He did. That is so cool. He actually sat the flight attendants down. This is too much, man. This is too much. What else can we ask him to do? Who you rooting for tonight? Argentina or England or Spain? Or who's Argentina playing? I don't remember.
It's a tough choice, but I'd say I'm rooting for Ireland, even if they're not playing.
Yeah, I could have guessed that. All right, 29.5, looks like we had a new SimBrief import. So there we go, SimBrief import 1, so Mahomes is 4. Let me get a distance to 4. Let me go waypoint track change 04, insert. Oh, no, you know what? It didn't import the waypoints to this one, did it? It didn't. Okay, so there's a way to do distance to 4, but I don't remember how to do that. We're 9 to 1. We're still a little bit behind the 8 ball, but we're going to go ahead and pick this up. 2,000 feet per minute here. That'll be all right. All right, 12,000 foot. Mahomes is SimBrief.
Climb and maintain flight level
point or waypoint.
Level.
INS 4.
Climbing to flight level 320233.
Courtney transition, huh? Why don't I see that on this approach?
Southwest 2961, descend pilot's discretion, flight level 350.
Descending flight level 350, Southwest 2961.
Am I blind? Where is Courtney on this thing? Alright, 1 to 2 is coming up. On the Arnev arrival. Mahomes, Roland. I want to go out to Gerald. Would be what I want to do. I want to go out to Cooked. Yeah, Cooked should be RIAF. I might just ask him for radar vectors.
1357, climb and maintain flight level 400.
We might just ask him for radar vectors. All right, sync, calculate. We'll set the speeds. Let's go back to the menu, audio, noise cancellation. Oh, it's off the whole time. Cool. All right, that's off. That's good to go.
Southwest 1357, descend and maintain flight level.
We got 200 set in the DH, 110.75. Final approach course for the ILS is 011. Mickey Gia, we lost almost. I don't know where this Courtney transition is, but that's all right. 011 on the courses, 110.75 on both sides. And that's normal.
760, traffic 12 o'clock and 10 miles, opposite direction.
Where are we at? We just hit Fletcher. We're going to Tiger.
9278, descend and maintain flight level 290, expect lower short.
All right, we are 26 miles from Tiger. We're out of a 12 or 22, so 12, 10, 30 miles. Oh yeah, we're right. We caught up to it. We're looking good. We're right on our defense profile now. We are looking good. Dude, I've been talking to these controllers like real people, and they accommodate me when they can. It's stupid and immersive. Dude, I was saying that earlier. Yeah, 100%. I was messing around on my Falcon flight on my home PC, and I filed the wrong call sign. And I said, hey, can you readjust our call sign to be Prestige 693 or whatever it was? And it was like, yeah, we'll show you as Prestige 693. I'm like, dude, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. Courtney is near Tiger? It must be on a different... Because I don't have a Courtney transition on this. I've got Mama, Cooked, Jerlo, Biker, Kayla, and Dan. Or D-Man, rather. I've got Maggie, Leah, Clarks. I've got no Courtney.
Southwest 4015, continue climb, flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, Southwest 4015.
We're doing one right or one left? One right. Yeah, I got 0.
233, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting that it's a fix, but it's not on the arrival.
Climb flight level 360, 233.
Watch it be on this one. There is no Courtney. There's not even a Courtney waypoint on here. Because Tiger's way the hell over here. Oh, out here. Oh. I was thinking bottom out.
357, contact Kansas City.
Yeah, we passed Gordon, that's why.
905.
Disregard. Who's that for? That was for us. Contact Kansas City at 2095, Eastern 357. Hey Murph, what's the ATIS code for Kansas City?
I can't help with ATIS codes, Captain. That's not something I can handle.
You're worthless. Kansas City Center, Eastern 357, heavy out of 17.5, descending via the Mahomes 3 with the weather, because I don't know what the code is. Seven miles from Tiger. Looking.
Eastern 357, heavy Kansas City approach. Good morning, Kansas City altimeter 3009er cleared Cook transition. Expect
there we go.
Runway 1 right approach
Cook
Kansas
transition.
City. Advise you have information, Lima.
We got information, Lima. We'll expect Cook transition 1 right, Eastern 357 heavy. All right, let's get the wing lights on. We'll keep that off. Seatbelts, no smoking. Murph, can you make a PA to the passengers for a landing?
I can't make a PA announcement to the passengers, but you can handle that through the cabin intercom system. Let me know if you need anything else.
Can you say, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain?
Aye, Captain, I'm giving her all she's got.
Why'd we fly with the probe heat off the whole friggin' flight? Thanks, Turks. You know, the whole checklist thing. All right, 14-7, 3-4. 4 is Mahomes. Mahomes should be at 12. We're going to keep coming down. We'll set 7,000. We're going to keep coming down. 7,000 set. Gosh, look at the panel. When the sun shines on this panel, it just blows my mind. It looks so good. Like this HSI right here. Look at that. Little scratches on that. Little alert flag in there. I love this HSI from mini-builds. The contrast is perfect. I wish I had that contrast on the Coronado Chieftain in X-Plane 11. I spent hours in X-Plane 11 trying to make a custom Coronado Chieftain panel. A little bit high. Let's go 2,500 feet now.
City departure, good morning, envoy 3566, 5,000.
Gotta slow down. Slow down to 250 knots too.
Envoy 3566, Kansas City departure, roger, good morning. Envoy 3566, contact Lone Star, approach on 118.1.
Lone Star approach? They even have Lone Star approach?
118.1
correct.
for envoy 3566.
Because that's a relatively new change. Coming back to 250 knots. Let's get recording ready. Oh, I already have CLS on. Wrong button. I hope I didn't just screw everything up. Coming out 10,000 feet. Get the rest of our lights on for now. I'm not going to do the landing light situation. Out of 10, Magic Barrel Ref 3008 is set, cross-checked. There's 250 knots, spoilers stowed. 5 miles out. Cooked
United
is actually in the box.
Contact Kansas City departure on 120.905.
120.905 for United 2051.
From
Good
Cooked,
day.
we'll fly heading 343. Intercept the load. V1, I'm convinced you need to use your influence and convince the Bills to make the other L1011 variant. Dude, I'm trying, man. Well, they're making the tanker variant.
Kansas City departure, United 2051.
I'm hoping they'll
1000.
surprise us with the stretched L1011 500. Look at this.
United
beauty, man.
2051, Kansas City departure, roger.
I don't, like, there's a ton of, I get people's hesitation when they see a cockpit like this. They're like, oh my gosh, This is going to be too much to learn. I don't want to do it.
Departure on 119.
But I'm telling you, with the waypoint import that any builds has, the nav map that they have, there's less button presses in this thing than the 737NG to get her set up and the flyer. So it's got a beautiful flight model. The DLC on Final feels awesome. It's very unique.
Speed below 250 knots.
What? All right, we're slowing Eastern 357 Heavy. What speed do you need?
Eastern 357 Heavy, maintain 250 knots or below 10,000.
All right, we are. Calm down, Captain. We can actually transmit that. We're like 251. Give me a break. All right, there's 7,000.
Alaska 563, contact Kansas City, departure on 120.9 or 5.
Cook transitions at 5,000.
Alaska 563, good day.
All right, we're altitude hold. We'll set 5. 5,000
Kansas
set.
City Center, United 2051.
We got to maintain 5 until Roland.
United 2051, Kansas City Center.
Roland, waypoint 5. We're already past it. Let's go ahead and come on down. Let's actually slow down a little bit more.
Kansas City departure, Alaska 563, 1000.
Let's come back to 210. And then 5.
Alaska 563, Kansas City departure, roger.
What's the slash
Alaska
speed?
563, contact Austin departure on 119.0.
119.0
Slats coming out.
For Alaska 563.
Flaps 4.
Sim sounds all the way up. L1011 was my first non-glass airliner, and I think I made it very easy to break into. 100%, just a guy.
120.905, United 2051.
Totally agree with you, my man. All right, get rid of that.
Kansas City departure, United 2051.
I'm going to give Murph the radios.
United 2051.
Murph, will you take the radios?
Departure, roger.
All right, Captain. I've got the radios now.
United 2051, contact Lone Star approach on
coming up on 6 for 5.
118.1 for United 2051.
Cooked inbound 343. We have 4,000 past Cook.
2105, contact Kansas City departure on 120.9 or 5.
Cooked is waypoint 7, so we're just outside.
On to 120.9 or 5, Delta 2105, good day.
Give him controls.
Kansas City departure, good morning. Delta 2105, 1000.
Delta 2105, Kansas City departure.
T-Tut, I was talking about that earlier, man. I never heard of them, but they're making a Chieftain for X-Plane 12, right? I was just talking about that.
563, 3000.
Alaska 563, Kansas City Center, roger.
Get you out of the glass panel there. Look at that. Look at that beautiful slat.
Contact Austin departure.
Is that where the game is? Guys, is that where the game is? Screenshot.
119.0, see ya, Delta 2105.
I think the game is right there, right? Tonight? Or in 2 hours, 3 hours? Yeah, busy comms. We got to pay attention.
Alaska 563, contact Kansas City departure.
I love my favorite part of the unit builds, or the L1011 wing, and the unit builds nailed it, is this nub right here. When the slats come out, on the L1011, you got that big chunk of leading edge tip that's still out there.
Kansas City departure, roger.
And they modeled it just right. And when you, if you're flying in the right conditions, you'll get that vapor trail
Alaska 563, contact
right off that hard edge there from the slat. It's perfect. Look at that. Absolutely love this airplane.
18.1 for Alaska 563.
Is it a pmdg 747? No. But it is a
Kansas City Center, good morning.
very
Delta
acceptable,
2105,
very
3000.
fun
Eastern 357, heavy
retro.
descend and maintain 3,000 feet, cleared for the ILS, runway 1 right approach via Cooked.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 1 right approach. Via Cooked. Eastern 357.
Oh, no, I didn't want IS. I want that. There we go.
Delta 2105, Kansas City Center, roger. Good morning.
All right, via Cooked. Where are we going? 7 is Cooked.
Delta 2105.
After Cooked, heading
City
343.
departure on 120.9 or 5.
120.9 or 5 for Delta 2105.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Kansas City departure, good morning, Delta 2105, 5000.
Delta 2105, Kansas City departure, roger, good morning. Delta 2105, contact Lone Star approach on 118.1.
2 miles, get ready to hit the heading, and then we'll switch over to Brad nav.
for Delta 2105.
Switching to Kansas City departure on 120.905 southwest.
No, pump plate. This is Say Intentions AI. Say Intentions AI. Heading selected. Radio nav. Look at that. Like a glove.
Southwest 1818, Kansas City departure, roger.
Like a freaking glove, Chad.
Delta 1212, contact Kansas City departure on 120.905. Delta 1212, Kansas City departure, roger, good morning. Southwest 1818, contact Kansas City Center.
Radio nav 12 miles out. Coming up on 3,000.
133.8 via Southwest 1818.
Hooked inbound is going to be at Susco, or just outside of Lufka, 3,000. We can maintain 3,000 till we
We have information Lima, expect runway 3.
Field sight.
1 right ILS, defer left left.
FedEx 1582, Kansas City Center.
Vectoring, we stayed on the arrival on this one. Stayed on the arrival. She did a wonderful job.
Southwest 1818, Kansas City Center. Roger, good morning.
Platform altitude is 2,900. What a cheat.
120.905
3 degrees
Southwest
left here.
1818. Thanks for the help.
Until that load comes alive. And it should be coming in any second now.
Eastern 357 heavy, contact Kansas City Tower on 128.2.
Contacting Kansas City Tower on 128.2. Eastern 357 heavy.
Southwest 1818, Kansas City departure, roger.
Flaps 14.
A little bit of an overshoot there. It's on me.
Kansas City Tower, Eastern 357 heavy. Good morning, established on the ILS runway, 1 right approach.
Eastern 357, heavy Kansas City Tower, roger, continue approach. Eastern 357, heavy, after the departing Southwest 737, runway 1 right, winds 050 at 8, clear to land.
Runway 1 right, clear to land after the departing Southwest 737. Eastern 357 heavy.
That's a clearance you would get in.
Kansas City Center, 127 Juliet Foxtrot. It's up the Skyhawk. We're currently 10 miles to the south and bound to land. We have the weather on board.
That's Fabiano live, bro. What?
Flaps 22.
River 127, Kansas City Tower, enter right base for runway 1 left.
Fabiano's live on the
base
network.
runway 1 left. Remember 127 Juliet Foxtrot.
What's up, Jeff?
Yo.
That's it. That's it. Say Intentions. That's it, man. That's it. I'm hooked. Say Intentions for life. All right, we're fully stabilized. Coming up on 1,000 feet. Get her in trim here. Jeff is live on the network in the Skyhawk, joining final for 1 left. That's too cool. 1,000 feet stable, clear to land. We got the Mezzies on board, so should we smash this? I'm rooting for not Mezzi. Maybe we should smash it. A little bit of crosswind. Wind check.
Wide slope. Wide slope.
Oh, I thought they'd give me a wind check.
500. Southwest 3635, contact departure. Good day. Wide slope. Wide slope.
To departing
Wide
Southwest
slope.
3635, good day.
Wide slope.
Why is he yelling at me? We're like half a dot. We're all right. All right, dude. Oh, yeah. Gotta get used to flying this DLC again, man. That was amazing. I heard Murph has the FO. That is too cool, dude. That is too cool, Jeff.
Eastern 257, heavy exit at Echo 4 if able. Contact ground on 121.8.
All right, Murph.
Exit at Echo 4 if able. Switching to ground on 121.8. Eastern 357 heavy.
Eastern 357, heavy, Kansas City ground, taxi to Terminal 1, gate a 20A via Echo 4, Foxtrot, Delta, Delta 3. Have a good day.
Terminal 1, gate Alpha 20 Alpha via Echo 4, Foxtrot, Delta, Delta 3. Eastern 357 heavy.
Okay, well, we don't have the new scenery, so we're going to have to just go... Oh my gosh, I never started the recording, chat. I never started the recording. I launched the program, but I never started it. Are you kidding? We're cooked. I blame Jeff. I blame Jeff Fabiano on that. It was too cool hearing him on comms. I blame Jeff Fabiano. I got distracted by hearing live Jeff on comms that we forgot to start the replay. I got the radio, Smurf. Oh my goodness. Well, we might as well start the APU and get it ready for a full shutdown. I never turned off the APU power either. I got starstruck, exactly. FlyUSMC says, Eastern, we earn our wings every day. Yes, indeed. FlyUSMC, thanks again for the $2 super chat, man. Hope you enjoyed a little Eastern L1011 action. Look at that beast right there for Mr. Fly USMC. Thanks for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. You had say intentions of recording. Exactly. And I don't have the new scenery, so we're doubly cooked. I didn't realize there was a new scenery out. I thought there was, but I didn't see it on Marketplace, so I didn't look very hard. Should we taxi over there and see what's over there? Jeff is still on Tower Freak. He's about to land. I want to see. I'm going to switch back to Tower. What was Tower Freak here? 28.2.
Southwest 3911, ready for push.
Let's go back to Tower. Tower's on 1. Jeff is on a 172, landing 1 left. I don't even have a terminal, just jet bridges. Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. Fox Delta, I'll take Delta here, and then Delta 3. That's such a bummer, man. Man, I haven't flown, I haven't done a practice landing in this thing. I was all over the place with that DLC. Got to get used to it. Less is more. So, for anybody that's going to fly the L10, one thing that I think will help you is when you're on approach, it's going to feel different than other airplanes that you're used to flying. And my tip is less is more. The more you start doing this number, the more this number you're going to start doing. You're going to look like one of those influencers on YouTube. Yanking the yoke all over the place. So less is more in the L10. Less is more. Small corrections. Small corrections. All right, he just landed. He just landed on that side. Let me switch to ground. We're on ground 21.8.
International ground. Remember 127 Juliet Foxtrot off of Alpha 10. We're going to Signature.
That's Jeff Fabiano.
Aruba 127, Kansas City ground, taxi to Signature Aviation via Alpha 10, Alpha Golf Bravo, Bravo 2. Good day.
11, ready to taxi.
Southwest 3911, runway 1 left, taxi via Mike 3 Bravo.
We even have people
Alpha
stepping
10
on each other on
Alpha, hold short of
sandwiches.
runway
That's
1
real
left.
life. That is real life. People stepping on each other. Ground Eastern 357. We're going to be taxiing to Signature as well.
Runway 1 left, taxi via Mike 3 Bravo Alpha 10 Alpha, hold short of runway 1 left, Southwest 3911.
Everybody's stepping on each other.
127, taxi approved via Alpha 10 Alpha Golf Bravo Bravo 2 to Signature. Eastern 357, heavy taxi to Signature via E4 FDD3.
He just gave up on the phonetic. All right, taxi to Signature, Echo 4 Fox Delta Delta 3 Eastern 357. He just gave up on the phonetic. That's too funny, man. Where's this little Cessna at? Is that him? I think that's him. Look at him. There he is. There he is. We're going to go park next to the Cessna.
949 off of runway 1 right at Kilo.
Toot Toot, what's up? Seems like you need a streamer checklist. T-Tut, come on, man. How many times have I forgot to start the replay? T-Tut. I can count probably on one hand how many times we forgot to start replay mode in Microsoft 2024. You hold your horses there, Southwest. I'm going to win this fight. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You hold there. You hold there, Chief.
Skid Alpha 20 via Echo Delta Delta 3. Different left.
I didn't forget the scenery, Flight Sim guy. I looked, but I didn't Google. I just looked on Marketplace. Because I thought, you know, if it's on Marketplace, then it tells you if it's 2020 or 2024. And so I didn't forget. I looked, but I just didn't look hard enough. I did, however, forget to start the replay. Because Jeff Fabiano queued up the mic. That's why I forgot. We're gonna go park next to this 172. All right, after lands, everything else is done. Logos on, taxis on, everything else is good. How's our APU? Is she up and running? APU is up. We'll go norm mode. We'll connect the APU gen. Man, look at those. We should go park over there by those UPS jets. They actually have semi-new terminal. Not very good, though. Caution, wake turbulence, 172. We're dropping the mezzes off at Signature Aviation. Careful, rock wash. Long live the S-Duct, man. Look at that. Oh, you got to hand it to Anybuilds for that modeling right there along this S-Duct. That is amazing. But yes, Anybuilds, please give us the long boy. Give us the long boy L10. The performance is so good after these updates. I mean, I'm running sand tensions with traffic turned up.
Not only you, but I could hear the controllers talking to you as well.
Yeah, that's really cool because that's what I heard the same thing for you. That's too cool, man. Say intentions for life.
Can you repeat that?
Oh. Sorry, wrong free.
Eastern 357, heavy, say again.
Disregard. Jeff's gonna get me in trouble here talking on comms.
Aruba 127, say again.
Last time we're not Aruba 127, November 127 Juliet Foxtrot. We talked to Wheeler about that, so they should have sent that over to you.
Perfect. All right, park brake set. APU. APU is on the buses. Let's go ahead and shut them down. That sounds good. All right, taxi light's off, anti-collision light is off. That's all good. Seatbelts, no smoking. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's install the chocks. Let's call the technicians. Let's go luggage, catering, ramp truck. Open the doors. Well, I guess we're going out the stairs, perhaps. It's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for the surprise, man. That was cool.
And I'm so.
All right.
Eastern 357 Heavy. Say again, please. The 127. Copy, Tim.
Hey, Ground, who you got tonight? Argentina or England? It's not England. Who they playing?
Eastern 357 Heavy. Can you repeat that?
Never mind. I know you're a football fan. So.
They like the Chiefs.
All right, we've disconnected from Say Intentions. Unfortunately, y'all, I literally do not have a replay to show y'all. So we'll open the cowl doors, we'll install the covers, and look at that. I mean, that gives you the sheer size of the jet. Matter of fact, hold on, I want to go look at this engine real quick. England versus Norway. That's right, and Switzerland. That's right, Switzerland against the Messies. Golly. Gonna do a little oil check here on the ramp. Looks like, what is that? There's the FADEC box around there somewhere. Well, there's no FADEC on this, is there? Right there, maybe? All right. Can we go up the stairs? Surely we can't go up the stairs. We can't go. What about these stairs? Can we go up these stairs? Ah, we can't go up those stairs. You can hear listen to the pack though. It's the APU pack. Pretty cool. All right, y'all. Well, again, apologies for the no replay. That's on me. Hope you enjoyed the flight over to Kansas City. I know I'm going to go home and fire up the barbecue. Enjoy a little of FIFA this afternoon. Don't think we'll have a second one. It's 2 o'clock, 2 hours to go. I think we're going to wrap it up today for the streams. So I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. If not, I won't see you for another week or so because I'm back on for another 4 days. So if you haven't already, do me a solid. Hit the like button for me before you leave. Leave a comment if you're watching this on replay mode. And I'll see you next time. Say Intentions AI showing out. Absolutely awesome. Let's go Switzerland. Till the next one. Stay safe. Tell the MV1. See you.